Okay, so everyone likes to drink clean water, but have you ever wondered how the clean water gets to your taps? Well, we're going to cover the steps to get clean water from a water treatment plant. In a water treatment plant, there are 6 main steps to clean the water. There's collecting the water, storing the water, screening the water, removing the tiny dirt particles, final water treatment, and finally, transporting the water to your homes. So all the water that is collected is rainwater. Some of the rainwater goes into our rivers, while some is used by plants and trees, and the rest soaks through the ground to underground water reservoirs called aquifers. On the way to these aquifers, the water falls through many layers of rock that could contain calcium. The water picks up calcium ions and magnesium ions, creating what we call hard water. The water in the aquifers creates an underground water table. To get to this water, we have to dig wells from 20 to 200 meters deep. It is then pumped to the surface to be stored. However, only 30% of groundwater is used. The other 70% is pumped from rivers and streams. The water is then stored in reservoirs. These reservoirs, of course, reserve the water, but they also allow big dirt particles to sink to the bottom, making further cleaning processes easier. These reservoirs are also used by the community for recreational things like rowing and fishing. Next, they put the water through a big filter to catch the big pieces of junk like twigs and leaves. This filter will not remove harmful bacteria from the water, as the filter holes are too big to catch them. That's why the water is filtered again, but this time through a rapid gravity or sand filter. These filters are made up of coarse sand and gravel. As water falls through this sand and gravel, many bacteria and insoluble smaller dirt particles get caught on the sand and gravel, removing them from the water. The same kind of process is done again through a slow sand filter that has finer sand to catch the bacteria and dirt that got through the last filter. If there are still bacteria and dirt in the water is put through the sedimentation process. This is when a chemical is added to the water to make the small solid dirt particles clamp together so that they can be filtered out easily. Now it's time for the final treatment. Here they add chlorine to kill microbes. Then most of the chlorine is removed, but some is left in so that the water stays clean while it's being stored in reservoirs and transported through pipes to your house. And throughout this whole process, the water is being frequently tested to make sure it is okay. And finally, the clean water is stored in reservoirs and pumped through a network of pipes underground to your house when you need it. And there you go. Now you know how water gets from Thames to taps.